Let me just say good evening, good afternoon. Big up to everyone that's locking in from early. It's your Sunday evening show, your favorite show. It's Hot Topic Show. I want to say a pleasant afternoon to everyone wherever you are in the world. We're here live once more. And this evening we'll have here live with us a man goes by the name of Yaksta, straight out of St. Mary, Jamaica. You don't know, the Bush Lord will be here to tell us his story, all about his journey. There are no upcoming greats in the music, and he'll be here to share with us, you know, from whence he cometh, and where the business is taking him so far. Big up my big friend Sweet on up on the check-in, you know. KD, where I did my friend. Big up yourself in a screechy. Big up all of my class and I just have my family. Big up the whole of UK on the check. USA, Jamaica, all of the Caribbean. We're here live inside the Hot Topic studio. Big up the whole team. Big up Lock and Key Entertainment. Big up Mama Keys. Big up Father Ignorance. Father Scrooge, the whole Little Thunder family. Big up the whole Hot Topic fans, you know, anywhere in the world. Continue sharing the live. We're about to start. Big up to all of my Montreal people, you know. They say on the 28th there will be no more curfew. Once more we'll be allowed to go outside, but I'm sure there will be some restrictions. But anyway, freedom is a must one day. Big up to all who are looking forward to that first party. Welcome. It's your Sunday evening show. It's Hot Topic. I'm your boy, your host, John Frost. I'm here, and we are about to get started. You don't know, as promised, we always bring to you great artists, great DJs, you know, great business personnel, great teachers, great people of influence and Hot Topics, so that they can share their journey, their story, yeah, you know, so that we can all get to know them some more, get to know their struggles, where they're coming from, and to whence they are now today. You understand? So today, as promised, you'll be having here with us the great man himself outside of St. Mary, the Bush Lord, goes by the name Yaksta. Before we get into the interview, the conversation with Yaksta, let me make you get familiar with some of his tracks that are out there creating waves on the airwaves, in the medias, everywhere. Get familiar with Yaksta. We started right here, Hot Topic Sunday.
Me get this in dark to make an impact. Yaksta and Simpa.
Yes, Lord, I ain't no Christian man, but I bow before thee. To you I lift my hands, I give you glory, Lord, yeah. Jehovah, my creator, I give you worship, Lord, from now till later. Cover me under your blood, Lord. Cover me under your blood, yes. Cover me under your blood, Lord. Cover me under your blood. The existence of life and no man made, proven guilty in more than one case. Speak in tongues and this way translate. Pray for miracle and let me demonstrate. Oh, me soft sometimes like pancakes. When me fall and bruise and pants tear, you brush me off clean and glance made. That's why you deserve.
He goes by the name Yaksta.
Jehovah,
You'll be right here with us live today.
I give you worship, Lord, from now till later. Cover me under your blood, Lord. Cover me under your blood, yes. Cover me under your blood, Lord. Cover me under your blood. Put the Bible on me head so when we wake up, me see you. If you made us in your image, then you're what's in the mirror. Direct the path, give me a cast in your video. Give me a fresh start, put the water in the syrup. Me offering is me heart, that's all they can give you. True love never dies like what happened with us. So they couldn't enter me house whenever grill up. Wasn't a pistol when they said peace be on with you. She said get gunned down, we call it home, cause the them call it danger zone or breathing grounds or place for the dumb. Some call it slums with crimes or place where innocent get gunned down. We call it home, cause the ghetto where I'm from. Boy, home, cause the ghetto where I'm from. From a place where the street of a party every night. Financially rough, but we still a live life. Stand tight, give it water, most a bridge light. When we better in yourself is known as hype. When youth pick up school, you have to make a sacrifice. Sunday a match go where we make nice. And do a youth strap like flies. 1 out of 10 from the slums still rise. Them call it danger zone or breathing grounds or place for the dumb. Some call it slums with crimes or place where innocent get gunned down. We call it
Your music. When I sing gun song na dog, some of the people know the cars them function in my place, see me?
watch it, we out ya. Reasonable don't ya. For the black sound ya. Rook up better out ya. PG was out ya. Send me area man.
I said he'll be here live with us in a few moments. The man goes by the name Yaksta outside of St. Mary. Get familiar with these tracks because you'll be hearing them a lot.
Your music. When I sing gun song na dog, some of the people know the cars them function in my place, see me?
Watch it, we out ya. Reasonable don't ya. For the black sound ya. Rook up better out ya. PG was out ya. Send me area my ground. And if you this sport, mama you will lie down. Not a be a killer, them no buy guns. And if you this a idea, you try run. Yeah, send me area my ground. And if you this sport, mama you will lie down. Mr. One town asylum. And a dirt when make a better rise. God, you no shirt colors and no boy can't fix me. It's 19 and me start and me victory.
Whatever you're
about. For me know some me district with me. Morning sun, wind flood, till 60 and beyond. Nothing known fi make triplet. Nothing name crack frontier split. No me.
He goes by the name Yaksta.
Nasty quotes from the 60s. 1 trip a 8.
Outside of St. Mary.
This place do not survival look risky. Kid land a
Artist taking the airway by star.
grand sound thugs them known fi love lift.
He's right here with us live this evening.
Man them hip it. Fearless feel just party them lift it. Free love the most flossers in a history. You will miss him briskly. Fast quick. If you love run off your mouth like lips. Send me area my ground. And if you're this sport, mara you will lie down.
Your music. When I sing gun song na dog,
Get familiar.
some of the people know the cars them
No
function
gun song
in my
around
place, see me?
here. What of them?
Watch it, we out ya. Reasonable don't ya. For the black sound ya. Rook up better out ya. PG was out ya. Send me area my ground. And if you this sport, mama you will lie down. Not a be a killer, them no buy
We're
gun.
talking about St. Mary people that know.
Yet you try.
What careers? What one?
Send me area my ground. And if you this sport, mama you will lie down.
Send in the
Asylum and a dirt when make a better rap.
Portland people them there.
Me no shirt colors and no boy can't fix me. 2019 and me start on me victory. First one me know say me district with me. Morning sun, Wilford, Hill 60 and beyond mountain known fi make triplet. Nothing name crack frontier split, no mix with. Magic still a run off the coast from the 60s. One trip a 80 and more I equipped it. This year so now survival look risky. Kidland abuse, buckle bomb last big stick. Grand sound thugs them known fi love lift quick. American mouth woman them hip it. Fearless fear just party them live fit. Free love the most flossers in a history. You will miss him briskly, fast, quick. If you love run off your mouth like lips, friends, me area my ground. And if you're this sport, mother, you will lie down. Not a be a killer, them not buy guns. And if you're this a idea, you try run. Yeah, Saint Mary my ground. And if you're this sport, mother, you will lie down. Stuart down asylum. And a dirt when look a better rise down. Worry what, will never nigga cut a fine. Shut it from scheme and the governor for crime. Robbins be a beg me somebody don't find. See come me brother different state of mind. Can me chop it, Juby Jeff 9 bind. Palmer's green tea, football and lifestyle. Follow don't follow them a hustle for life. Zion yard don't fi know me school sign. Stand side, Trinity, Quebec, Jacks River. Bang of them out and don't get rid of them.
Now seek validation, those and admiration.
He's here with us. I'm gonna bring him right on live. We're gonna talk to the man. Goes by the name Yaksta, Bush Lord, outside of St. Mary.
2
Let your friend know.
Bush Lord.
Yaksta will be forwarded on the screen just now.
Excuse me, no pagans. Now seek validation, those and admiration. From you now your patrons. Posting about name brands. Because over 8 grand. But me searching up the same one. With the cost of a straight pants. Why own a Ferrari? We know where to park it. Why shop a Louis V? When there is a target. Now me hype on my face. Joe minds me a save it. Them go fend it, me trendy. Bank account can't empty. Bro, acres over markets. Make me wife when me want it. Hold on, inside that breed up. Child support that bleed up. Farming over plastic. Investment over profit. Inheritance for me seeds up. Me alright being in. Yo, if you are 50 and never make a brings get used. Means you're poor so your kids next to employment you use as a big excuse. You want him grow so him get you. See him 24 hours so what you have to. When your kids too good you buy them juice. Bang and Rajiv buy their own tools. To keep getting belted. Wanna sell and more peace. No matter what you make class name. So start supply Walgreens. Stocks large when you plant trees.
There you have it, people. Yeah, man, the man is go by the name Yaksta. And he is here with us live. Keys, let's have Yaksta on screen right now. Wagwan, Bush Lord.
Bush do papa go and hold it, you know.
Big up yourself, you know, man. I want to say enough love and enough respect for, you know, accepting our invite to be here on Hot Topic and for taking your time out of your busy schedule to sit with me this evening and share your story, your journey, you know. I'm looking forward to hearing their journey still, you know. So thanks from myself and Lock and Key Entertainment and the whole Little Thunder family for being here, sir.
Yeah, man. It's definitely a pleasure, you know, to actually express, you know, my journey to you guys in such a subtle manner. You know, that people can actually resonate with what I'm about and, you know, what I will be doing, you know, in short. But yeah, you know, they sent me a CM when the ends are going to hold it, you know. I told them box up some belt, you know, put up some back because they can see him. I don't know. The mother yard are going to do some thing for the old lady, I see him, you know. And I go on. But yeah, man, it's just a blessing in general, man. So, what go on?
We're there, you know. And it's a pleasure to sit and talk to the eyes still as a, you know, upcoming artist. Well, an artist will break through right now and out there with a doing thing, and you know, we know you're going to be here for a long time. So it's a pleasure for me to sit here right now and talk to you, especially now that you're still sitting on the grounds that you were born. And you know, everybody's supposed to know by now from your breakout that you're from St. Mary. But I'm going to ask you the obvious question still. Where were you born and raised, you know? Just in case.
St. Mary. That's almost like redundant, you know.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, like yo, everybody know Yaksta sent me
Yeah,
here,
man, bush, man.
born and raised,
There's somebody in the bush I see him, you know.
never anywhere else.
Yes, sir.
Jaja. So,
Yep.
so, so who you grew with? Like, who raised you?
I grew up with my mama. You understand? My father wasn't really present, but nonetheless, we still kind of have an understanding. You know, because real and true is not every parent at the time is actually a parent. You know, some of them is just an individual who came, you know, made a donation and they paid rent, but they're not a parent. You know, so as
Yeah,
such,
they
yeah,
paid.
yeah. So when I really make it be something too condescending for me, same way, we just try to interpret it in the best way and you know,
Yeah,
manualize span the do's and the don'ts. Because really and truly, these things sometimes comes with benefits of understanding what it is to be a father when you become one. You know. So really,
yeah,
and truly, my mom was my dad and my mom at the same time. But nonetheless, um, you know, my father did what he could. He's not a mean man. He was just a person that was too busybody and wanted
yeah,
everyone in the world when he can actually get. So in result, it resulted in having a bunch of children that didn't have any father, but really and truly, I had a father figure, and that is my mother. You know, sorry about the whole camera move. I try to find a stone and catch it, you know? Catch me the outside, you know?
yeah, man. Do your thing, man. Yeah, so you basically, you still have to say, yo, Pops was somewhere around, and you give him credit for what he did. But
Yeah, man.
but the greatest out of what you just said that me get is that, yo, regardless of the situation and what happened there, it teach me a lesson, and that lesson is the way to be a good father, basically,
Yeah,
and not make the same mistake.
well, you see, we're human beings, so sometimes we will make the same mistakes because remember that we're flawed mechanism, you know, you understand? The
Yeah.
body is just a machine, and we are just an hologram that
Hmm.
is actually shine to this machine or connected to it, you understand? Because really and truly we're spiritual beings, so I think that we may make the same mistakes, you know, overly because we are human beings and human beings do loss and sometimes overthink things. And as such, the default settings of what mankind is will always get uproar and then result in just doing the same cliche that everybody does. But
Yeah.
you have to be an individual to catch yourself, you see me? And that point and just try to maneuver around your own defaults, you see me? But yeah,
Yes.
but my father still is a great man, said speed. He made a great person. He made a lot of great children. So, as such, he did play this part. It was just not a motor that really steered this engine into this direction. And as such, I'm grateful, and I express
See,
gratitude in abundance to him same way. You know, yeah,
but he's still alive.
yeah, man. Him there. I mean, too long. Go on, Papa. See him
Yeah.
there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, him there. This part I got to throw my foot. Yeah,
Big up, Papa.
yeah.
Jaja. Yo, chill. I say, anyway, so you say you make a lot of great kids. How many of you?
13. He made 13 individuals. You understand? But only one Yaksta.
Oh,
Yeah. Plus maybe when they get neither to see me, 'cause I know them old boy are going and them just walk on fire and like a serial killer, you know?
Jaja. Yo, I wasn't even thinking along that line. 13.
The 13 that he knows of. And then the
Yeah.
others are, you know, just there. But nonetheless,
Anyways,
yeah.
yeah.
Just
So,
big up.
so mommy knows. So mommy is good and up and running. You say you're the
Yeah,
right
man.
mommy right now. I build up the house and thing.
As usual, she has a cuss me same way, you know? Because me walking her house with my shoes on, so you don't know she cook her something that set speed, you know? She cook her, I don't know if a swine or some form of dead meat you want to cook set speed, but we just there go and get her strength from the place as a set speed, you know?
You say I know
And,
your cookings.
eh?
I know your cookings that.
No, man, I fear I think that, man. But they don't know. That is her choice. We can't really choose for my mother.
Yeah, yeah. Which
Yeah, you
is
know,
right.
her consumption is just hers, you see me? I
Yeah.
can just give my 2 cents, and if she listens, that is just it, you see me? We have two different perspectives of what each other should consume, and as such, my consumption may be much more organic and holistic than hers, you know? Yeah.
Yes. Yes. But like there are reasons still, And at the end of the day, I said it doesn't matter what you believe, you allow other people to think for themselves and have their own belief.
Yeah. Yeah, man. You can't, 1 minute. No, Asia. I'm on the phone.
Yeah, man.
When I'm
Yes,
finished.
people we have here with us. live man called Yaksta, you don't know side of St. Mary, you don't know it goes by the alias Bush Lad. So when you get familiar with all of those names, because this man will be around for a long time and he'll be spreading lots of great message through the music. So I want you all to get familiar with Yaksta and keep in tune and follow his music, follow his career. From on time to time, you will see all his ways of contact and such be posted on the screen. So make sure you go out there and follow him on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, everywhere that's possible. And you'll also probably have contact information like numbers and such, so you can reach out to Yaksta whenever. Okay. So Yaksta,
Mhm.
what was it like growing up in St. Mary as a youth? You know, what was it like?
Well, as a youth, being in St. Mary's is just a typical life. Like you're born in a garrison, we're almost impoverished. Um, just a dreamer.
Mm,
Was much more like a country life still because even though we live in the heart of the town, you
mm,
know, back and forth, music my grandfather ends up on my gully and the man that up on some farm and everything. Then he used to have an elder behind my house named Mr. Byron, which now I think he moved to a different parish since of late. Um, moved to a different parish and he has he used to brought us in his bush back then and show we have to tie a cow and goat and everything the same way. Went to Portmore Primary, went to Iona High School, went to several online colleges, I think. I don't really call it college, but more classes, more and stuff we just get, to
mm.
enhance in a certain business areas in school the same way. Was fun. Always I got a bush, get beaten almost every single day of my life. Yeah, so you don't know, it's just a typical life with any little youth that a Jamaican normally live, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it's nice, man. It's nice. Yeah.
What was it the school settings like up to high school?
Well, I wasn't really deprived from academia, you see me, but I
What
think
were,
I think connection to actually learning came when I was about 11, 12, going 13, because I never started reading until I was actually in grade 6. You
what were
know,
the schools you attend?
I went to Portmore Infant, then I
Yeah.
went to Portmore Primary, then I went to Kingston. I really caught them school at the same because there was maybe a term mistake. So then I come back to Portmore Primary, went to Iona High School, and done Iona High School. And then after I left Iona High School, I did a study. I did two business studies. Then I stop on the start, walk and sell clothes. About 2 years.
You used to sell clothes.
Yeah, man. Cheap and swagger, man. The hottest walk-in store, no window, no door. Yeah, man. Anytime.
Run it
Man,
again. Run
tell
it
you.
again. Run the slogan again. Run it.
So the walk-in store, man, no window, no doors. Cheap and swagger, boast, and bragging. And the school is still it. I want to get to walk at that, but they don't know. It's like, it was a vibe whereas I saw the most naked woman in my life selling clothes because they don't know, even though some torn cheap clothes, them, dance, all that go on in them time, then female and them come call me like 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock in the morning, 12
Mm,
o'clock time to buy clothes, and make 500 or tights and them shirt the same man. Strip in front of you and buy them clothes and go and dance for party. So it was really and truly. And them time that was about 17, 18, I got 19.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
just sell clothes and I make be money them time to see me as a little booby there. But I enjoyed it. I
Channel.
would say that would different from music.
Yeah.
That would be one of my forte, if I should say. I have a liking for any form of industrialism. You know,
Yeah.
that would be one.
Selling clothes and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Charger. Wow.
yeah,
It
man.
seems like you really like it when I enjoyed it, you know?
Yeah, man. It's like, brother, there's not much things in this life for you not to like. It's because of our mind really actually limits us to actually the precision and the perception of what life is really is. It's just like when people put a limitation on an individual, and
Yeah.
like a particular race, people or thing, religion, etc. All these are just stipulations of one man's personal interest that they gave a meaning to really and truly put in a sense of direction that sometimes can come to a chaotic term, you know.
Mm,
And as such, we have to just find our niche in what we do in life and then we try to enjoy it. Me like
yeah.
it's like me don't really like too much things that is too much of too fancy.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, when it comes on to like arts and drama, I may express myself in a very Afrocentric way. You understand? Because any way you take it, you have to be an entertainer as an entertainer. And as such, you have to really try to go the best to make sure your fans are pleased. Sometimes some people might misinterpret, while others may not. But nonetheless, everybody have their own ulterior motive. and everybody have their own sense of purpose and also opinion. I cannot fight anyone's opinion because really and truly, that is your God-given right, your choice to
Yeah.
freedom. Yeah.
So where was this? You were selling clothes inside the streets of St. Mary.
Yeah, man. From I used to walk like from Port Marathon to like a Gale and then place there. So I went on to different parishes as well. You know, Manchester, went to St. Elizabeth, same way. But
Yeah.
regardless, I live on my bag in a taxi man car and him thief it, and from that, I never go back. I never go back, you know.
You know, but I go back and St.
So,
Elizabeth.
St. Elizabeth, because the man thief it things them time there. But Kingston was it. Clarendon was a good place, same way. Montego Bay I never really tried, but St. Anne's was really an next niche. And a crucial era for my clientele base.
Yeah.
St. Mary was really the top of all tiers, you know? That's where
Judge.
I made most of my money here back then.
So how you get around selling these clothes, like on public transport?
No, yeah, probably transport, but sometimes I used to walk because I never had the car. And really and truly, I never started driving until about last year because Mr. Man not really business about not even carry more time. Me have my car and drive it for years. They just give one of my friend to drive me around. It's like
Mhm.
it ain't really much like we don't really find much solace and them thing there. Yeah, I general book and try to figure out some other new things where we can extend my life, you know? Because when I look on life to see more time, it is just too draining to focus on so much things at once. And sometimes the things that we focus on are very frivolous, you know? And yeah, we're not really trying to inject too much of our source energy into to degrading things. I almost say degrading things, I mean like things that really and truly um capsize in time, you know? Dissolving
Material.
like materialism, yeah.
Judge. Um, you 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 seem to like look at life from a different perspective. Where did you get this concept from? Where did you
Life.
generate this form of?
Life itself, because remember, as I said before, each one of us have our own understanding of what existence is. And because I exist at this time, base period, you know, yeah, my pivotation process is totally different from my next man's own. But really and truly, it's just that we take life too literal and too serious. But really and truly, life is much more simpler than what we think it is. It's just because, like, for instance, a man fear died, but you appreciate living.
Yeah,
That we fear dying is because we don't know when somebody dies, what really happens. But the appreciation of living comes with so much different dysfunctionalities, like for instance, stress, rent, heartbreak, you know, grief, laughter, so much twisted emotions. But then again, a dead man is later docile, you know,
yeah,
dormant, he never move. But really and truly, if you fear the thing that actually coincides with the other, then simply means you fear your own existence itself. So it's like we just start realizing most of the things that we were taught
mm,
that actually life is actually a lie. And because we try to decipher them things the most days, we just try to find a peace with yourself. You know? We don't try to follow agenda, we don't try to be a member of agenda, we just try to be a member of life itself. Because what we see is what we get. And if you get up every single day and stress, then you're a person that is miserable. An individual that really and truly finds his own utopia. Everybody wants some of that we. And that is where the word trending comes from.
hmm,
Because the individual find a niche or a source energy that works for him, a person who sees that and think that they are out of sync of that energy, really and truly, them try to grasp on it, you know? So it's just like life. If
hold
you
on.
appreciate,
Yeah, go on, go on.
yes, if you appreciate love what your existence is, then you shall appreciate love every single thing that comes with it. If you look at yourself right now, 10 years ago, you never look so old, neither myself. So you realize that everything depreciates in value. You understand? We're just a life asset. As a matter of fact, not status. We're life's liability, but we the being within this vessel is the actual asset, and is
Yeah,
what we actually come forth and put forward for somebody else can actually benefit from. Is what makes us monumental. So I think we should just try to exceed ourselves each day, try to be much more phenomenal and don't just sit in a cycle or a matrix, a system that was created to just keep us imprisoned mentally and try to find freedom in everything, even though we're not free. You see me? Yeah.
This is just me talking to Yaksta, and we're talking about the young youth born and grown in St. Mary, raised by his mom mostly, and dad was there too, but and we're not even get to the music as yet, the musical part of him as yet. But from that little reasoning, I feel like I should play about this song because this song sound like what you're saying right there.
Stocks large when I'm 2-2. Bush loader. Ready, man? Yeah. Excuse me, no pagans. Now seek validation. Toast and admiration. From you now your patrons. Boasting about name brands. Because over 8 grand. When me searching up the same one. With the cost of a straight pants. Why own a Ferrari? With nowhere to park it, boy. Why shop a Louis V? When there is a target. Now me hype on my face. Two minds me a save it. Them go fend if it trendy. Bank account can't empty. Acres over markets. Link my wife when me want it. Cause when side get read up. Child support that lead up. Farming up.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. That kind of sum up what you're saying, and from your reasoning, we can understand how you sit and pen a song like this. And and this is the song, because I know you probably have over 30 tracks already. And this is the
Um,
songs.
tell the truth, I have like 1,227 tune now because I recover what I'm whole hard drive. I've been vicing for 5 years, and brother, and I vice a song every single day. The only days now that I haven't really got to vice was since the whole massive breakout and the whole telecommunication and platforms to perform and all the mass array of different interviews and the influx of
Yeah.
dubs press. You know, it becomes much more bombarding than a more simple, you know, simpler, you know.
Yeah. I want to say big up to the people
Yeah.
checking in. You know, we're here reasoning with the great man himself outside of St. Mary. He goes by the name Yaksta. I don't know, the Bush lad. Yeah, big up Alicia Langley. I don't know, very big up yourself. Rosemary, pretty big up yourself on the check-in. Yo, select a link, the whole collation family, big up on yourself. You know, Keys, big up yourself. BD, LBD, the whole cargo promotion family, big up on yourself. Let me ask you before you start explaining your millions of songs that you have, Mr. Great. When did you get interested in music? When did you find out, and how did you find out that you can actually sing and
Where
write songs? Where it started?
I started doing music when I was actually 6, still, but you have a late and early. You have something called late and early bloomers. You know, you
Mhm.
understand? If we should take a real self reflection or self resonance, we may say that we are all instruments of music itself because from once you have, you know, keys and cadence and sounds and waves, you, you start move to the rhythm.
Yeah.
But some just have it more than some because some was designed from the fabric of life to do music
Yes.
or not. So really and truly, it was there innately from my own origin.
Hmm.
But I discovered that I am a musician when I was 6. But I took music much more seriously when I was actually in high school. And I became a musician when I was actually 23. You understand? In full. Because I'm now 27.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was the birth of my son really and truly gave me that zeal and zest to actually start pursuing music to my best of my abilities. And as such, you don't know me try to dominate and decipher my wrongdoings into something much more of a when I say no self reckoning
Mhm.
phase. You see me? So yeah, at them
Okay.
time,
Sorry. You say you were in music from 6,
mhm,
but then you went on to say you became a musician at 23.
mhm.
Explain.
All right. I was in music when I was 6, but I wasn't sure about what music was. I know that
Yes.
I liked this thing.
Hmm.
In high school, I liked the idea of fame because I
Hmm.
saw popularity. I saw
Hmm.
the girls, I saw the blings, I saw the clothes, I saw the money and all those things that you saw on BT. Because BT was that channel that really and truly charted everybody interest into wanting to become an entertainer of sort. No, when I was 23, I realized that music is not just talent, but also a business.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah. So music is not just talent, but it's also a business. And
Mhm.
when you actually know the business side of music as a musician, you're no a musician because some are just players of instrument, but not musician. Musician is the individual who coincides with music and also business. So there's a differentiation between both. A man might call himself a musician, but
Yeah.
really you're a player of instruments. A musician is an individual who understands instruments and also what it means to how to capitalize, span your musical talent to make it much more liquid and make a liquid becomes an asset because really and truly you're an asset, but also a liquid. You see me? So it's just all them try to simplify certain things, but really and truly have a much more in-depth feel because them don't show them on the capitalist side of what it is. You see me?
See.
But again, in my opinion, this somebody else might have a different interpretation of what I just said in their own manner, which is fine.
But there's a lot of sense in what you say because people like to take what you have and capitalize on it. So they will hide the way to capitalize from you and make you believe that just having the talent and the know-how is what you need to be the musician. Which I
Mm-hmm.
you're not downplaying anyone, and you're not saying that anybody in the industry who don't know the business aspect, they're not doing, music. But you're saying for yourself, you know you had the talent, or you saw yourself having the talent. You used to knock on the decks like everyone else. You've been writing songs from when. You've been in the music from six, but you're saying that you accept that you're a musician when you became 23, when you learned the business side of the music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jaja. I understand your explanation fully. So, who were the people that you would consider your icon when you were growing up? Like, who were the artists that that
Shabba,
inspire you, look up to?
Jimmy Cliff, Five Star, Father, Eminem, Little Wayne, Nas, Damian Gang Marley. You see, any individual that really and truly have an exponential talent or a surplus amount of expression when it comes down to musical feel and cadences, I
Mm,
think individuals that are an individual that really and truly resonates well with Yaksta. But me they always like Jimmy Cliff over everybody at the first, isn't me? Then Bounty Killer, you don't know, Beanie Man coming with them dancing same way. And MJ was a part of my inspiration as well because I don't know the man that is phenomenal. But
yes,
Cartel now take it on another level to make we understand that vocabulary is key when it comes down to actually being an entertainer. You understand? You have to have a way with words. Like it is actually giving a GPS direction. You understand? But all the things with the people is an art. So as such, we try to capitalize on all of the individuals them that is before me, that is now here, and the one them is about to come because really you can't look to the one them alone. The future
yeah,
is always imminent, and as such, you have to make sure so you're in line to be inclined with what the future is about to offer. You know? Yes, sir.
yes, sir. Bush. Wow, Janu. I like the reasoning. I like the reasoning. So we're getting familiar with your music now. We're hearing you all over the airwaves, everywhere in the world. Yaksta is playing, and as you just mentioned, I'm saying you have over 30 songs because I know over 30 songs from you for sure. Where you're saying you have thousands of songs. So we're just getting to hear you, as I said, all over the world. But how long your stuff been out there? Have you been performing before this COVID thing and all of that? What's
Yep.
been going on for Yaksta before?
All right. I went viral in 2017 with the song called "Home" on Facebook.
Yeah,
That racked up like 2.1 or 2.3 million views organic. But at the time, I never really understand algorithm. I never really understand what it means to use media marketing at to its to its best of its own ability.
right.
And such, we never capitalized on that. But I did what I could at the time. I have been performing from I would say high school, and then while I was working at Rio, but then them little thing here and there, just writing some songs and singing for my staff member, them, my co-worker, them, and you know, and we used to have a little vibe. Then I started performing when I was 23. The same year, because I did an EP with 9 tracks or 10 tracks called Stoic Torture, and
Mm,
I did a song called Surely Women that really and truly went well in streets, and then I did a song called Doesn't Never Sleep, Far Sale, um, Salt and Pepper, quite a few songs that really and truly rotated locally, but not so much of dominance when it comes down to like radio play and etc.
yes.
Then Boogie Woogie came out and went back viral again. You know, I did a video. Like while I was shooting home video, I was doing a freestyle video when the song was not really yet conceived fully. And
Yes.
you know, yeah, maybe been a write the song now, but it never really fully done it, you know. I would just do a little mess around and the video kind of go viral and you know. Then 2019, I did a song called St. Mary My Ground, which went viral. That really and truly gave me an underground buzz. Many
Right.
people classify it as a breakout because I went to the stage with Livewire, but that was just an opening act of their band based on the buzz I got from that song.
Right.
Then 2020, everything was actually at a spiraling moment. Then everything went to fiasco because of the whole pandemic and every single thing just crashed. I did a couple collaborations within that year, still with some Spanish, um, Latin American artists. And then 2019 December, I released, no, 2019 October, I released Humans that gave me a bubble, you see me? And the local airwaves and also international airspace. And then by January the 15th, I released Ambition. And here came Yaksta, the newborn birth of farming, as they
Mm.
you know, the
Mm.
farm and food. Bush lad himself, you know.
So you would which song would you say was your first song then?
My first song was a slack song called She Say. But the first song that gave me recognition or annuity, I would say Home. Then Boogie,
Oh,
yeah, Home. Like it gave me much more popularity when it comes down to people knowing that I'm the youth named Yaksta Caravani at the time because I dropped the Caravani when I actually released a song called Boogie Woogie. But at the time, my name was Yaksta Caravani. But then he gave me a buzz. Then Boogie Woogie put me on a little pedestal and then Home.
let
Then St. Mary carry me higher. Then I
Mary.
just seal the deal. So it was almost like a musical relay, you know?
So let's start from the home. Let me give the people them an idea. All right, who is not familiar with the song, I'm gonna let them hear home. Okay? First verse.
Them call it danger zone or breathing grounds or place for the dumb. Some call it slums with crimes or place where innocent get gunned down.
Y'all can remember this one.
Call it home, cause the ghetto where I'm from. Boy, home, cause the ghetto where I'm from. From a place where the sweet of a party every night. Financially broke, but we still a live life. Stand tight, give it water, most a bridge light. Where better in yourself is known as I. When youth we go school, you have to make a sacrifice. Sunday a match go school, we make nice. And do a youth drop like flies. 1 out of 10 from the slums still rise. Them call it danger zone or breathing grounds or place for the dumb. Some call it slums with crimes or place where innocent get gunned down. We call it
Yeah. Well, a lot of people in the music can remember that one, you know. So that was the first one that made, I mean, a lot of us know or recognize that, this person, has the musical feel and the talent. So after that, after home, you said you dropped Boogie Woogie.
Boogie Woogie, yeah.
Hold on.
Lord of mercy, yo. Brush me teeth when me got some diamond socks. I seen ear album.
Let's get the money pull up.
Brush me teeth when me got some diamond socks.
Make sure you send out my money,
I seen ear album, my golden locks.
But it looks it.
Got out of the house to the beach, relax. Me see old man Jack with a goat and a laugh. Walk on George. I beg you a join, pull out my cheese box. Morning, Mr. I was fine on the pot.
People, there you have it. These are the two songs that, brought Yaksta to the forefront. Father Ignorance, big up yourself, and a little thunder boss. Father Screw Generator, big up same way. So, those are the songs, and those came out in when? 2017, right?
No, I think almost 2017, then Boogie Woogie was 2018.
Oh, that came 2018. Mm. So far, what would you say was your biggest show locally that you've been
on? St. Mary Igloo, St. Mary Regatta. Yeah, as in with a mass amount of persons,
Yeah.
there were like thousands of people, and everyone is actually singing along. with the words of the song.
I was just gonna ask what was the reception like,
Yeah, man, the reception was like was tremendous, bro. It's like it is nothing that you'd walk away and don't want to express gratitude for. That
Right.
would be a blessing in disguise. For an individual who really and truly never really have the popularity mainstream, but got a mainstream love in front of many mainstream artists that was actually on the show for the night.
Mhm.
So you
Yeah.
don't know that right there and then I was validated by them to keep doing good music. But as such, I made a detour by start doing back my dance all my gun song them and all them good thing there. Because when I time start work with an individual and them I say, boy, Yaksta, conscious thing now work. And I just took a step back and then step from the label and them jump from the label and then by the time them drop we just release back ambition and everything just went back viral, So I think sometimes these are lessons from the Most High himself. We
Yeah.
just say, boy, it can take several roads and it might work, but sometimes it's best they just go and stick in our niche. Because real and truly, me have whole heap of slack song, whole heap
Mhm.
of gun tune, and the same rubbish where people normally classify as rubbish. I've sang so banger song where you can think of all them things that I've been doing, all them things there. And let me just come to a self resolution and start looking to myself and say, boy, Yaksta, you can do better. And
Yeah.
even take you maybe 1, 2, 3 days for actually think over some things where I say I go much more in depth
Mhm.
and make it resonate to people, do it. Because it easy if you just walk going to studio and sing some rhymes and say some things and this a man or sing a gun song and people like it because of the chorus or the punchline and things there. But sometimes it might take a longer time to actually meditate and med something that can resonate to the people and not just know but for decades.
Exactly. Exactly what I was thinking. But that's great, man. And I like your choice, and I think the people out here they're appreciating the road that you take, because we really appreciate the type of music that you bring forth still.
Yeah.
Um, I hear you mention Saint Mary with the clothes selling, and that was probably your best support, the place where you make the most money. You said, and then you mentioned the shows that you get the best support from also, and it comes back to Saint Mary. Is it safe to say that Saint Mary is giving you their full support?
Yeah. Well, you don't know, you can have do's and likes and dislikes, but I can say for Saint Mary, definitely.
Yeah,
I'm my general. It's like Saint Mary is every single
yeah.
thing that represents what Yaksta is, and you don't know everything comes with the good and bad. So
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you if it's out of 100% support, I have 98%
Percent.
support for Saint Mary.
Big
I
up
can
Saint Mary. Yeah,
my
man. Love
love my place too.
love that still. Big up on yourself, Saint
Yeah,
Mary. Keep on supporting on the youth. And a lot of greats fall out at St. Mary still, so it's not even, so surprising to see a great man like you arise right now.
definitely.
So
Cape and berries and all them man,
yeah, and even in the dance, in the sound system, like Ricky Chupa, Jakes, and the whole of them man the same way. That's great. So I know that you've been out with other artists, and maybe some of their tours and stuff. Who are some of the other artists that you performed with or worked with?
Uh,
Some of those.
Colorado, I once opened a show for Toots. I did one with Live Wire. You know, I had a co-sign and a track with Vegas himself.
See,
Yeah, that's about it.
yeah. So like on those experience, which one of the show you would say was your biggest show you performed in?
When I went to Queens, New York, it's like Live Wire. They had a show with um at Queens, but they never
Mm,
got to perform because they never had any band set up. So them just have to warm the place. But when I held the microphone, I had the support from the whole place that sing sent me word for word, and all I when me their job. It seems
mhm.
like there's a lot of sent me people today and sentence people, and from a classmate them come out. So the club
Yeah.
rock. There's actually Asia. So there was actually like there was actually like a bigger show down the road from mine, but mine
Mhm.
was sold out. Like the club couldn't take no more body, so they have to, some other do have to end up going on the other club.
Wow.
And it was like a whole heap of nice and I said, yeah man, this thing I feel good enough. Yeah, because boy, I mean, like a different country. Yeah,
Yeah.
things that I know, yeah, to in a bus mainstream. But when we go to set me, my gun was like almost every corner shop when we go in New York. Me,
Couple of,
I said, boy, but the thing I go a little bit, man. I when we go some place I sing it to, me say people know it. So,
mhm.
but a blessing, my brother. No joke.
Yeah. It's nice. You can see the joy you feel at the time, and it's like you just thinking, talking about it, like it bring you back to that kind of energy, you know.
And them, cause you are going, I don't drink alcohol, you know, but they give you back like Hennessy and something put on the table, you know.
You get the treatment, you know.
Back, we call it, they call it back a girl. Back a
Yeah.
girl that come with little sparky business that light up over your top and them something. Then I say, boy, no, I see why some of them want to get carried away, you know, because you're welcome sometimes you take it for granted, you know. Yeah,
See,
me take the bag, just give them to the people who come with the night, enjoy the performance. You know, like it was really a fulfilling moment. And the reason real fulfilling because I felt fulfilled after I finished performing. So yeah, man, it's like that bring me an element where I never thought that I could actually be in.
mm.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, because I don't know if this is gonna be the same time or the same whatever experience that you're gonna refer to. So let me ask you now, what was one of your best experience since you've been on the journey then?
Fine it tune.
Oh, cause so it's a different answer. Tell us about that. What was about? What happened? How did you know that you find it? It's a hit now.
You never know when you find it, but you feel a surge of energy sometimes for more than one songs, you know? Because the same feeling that I felt about Ambition, I felt about a lot of other tracks. But at the time, it wasn't really
Mm.
the right time, never had the right budget, not the right people around. So really and truly someone to flops. But give me a minute. Asia, go wrong.
People, you're here live with us. We're talking to the man himself. He goes by the name Yaksta, the bush lad outside of St. Mary, and he's sharing with us his journey, his story. You're locked into Hot Topic. I'm your boy, your host, Jano Frost, outside of the Little Thunder family, representing also for Lock and Key Entertainment. And we're here, and we're continuing the story. I like it. Yeah, Yaksta.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
the experience, I say, your best experience in the journey so far was when you get the hit.
Yeah, because we can
Recognition.
by some people.
Take us through hold on. Take us through that, the feelings, and where were you when you hear it, and when you kind of feel say, yeah, it gonna happen. Did you hear it on the radio? Did people start calling you and say, yo, me hear your song, or what was it? What was the experience? Take us through that.
All right. I had the lyrics then put on.
Mm.
One night I went home listening to Yamabella by Shannon Mirror.
Mm.
Got inspired back to actually recreate the song. So I took up the book, remodel. I went the Sunday go vice it. When I vice it, there was a guy doing some behind the scenes for a girl lyric video, some of that sort, and he was saying, "Well, as me done, I say, hey, brother, the song I go hit, you know. You can't send me this, brother. I'm going to sit down and listen to it." And I say, so honestly, brother, it don't finish yet, but when it done, I go in gear.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying that in my little team group, and it was a whole heap of big knives and people. I said, boy, yeah, Yaksta a long time, why something like this from me back? And it's like, boom, and I put it up. I believe a Thursday night. No, we put it up release a Friday morning, and so something went wrong, and the song just released by itself automatically Thursday night. And by Friday morning, I saw 30,000 views in a day, which we never really got.
On your page?
Eh?
On your page?
Yeah, on my YouTube page. We never got 30,000 views, never, ever in a day. And from YouTube, maybe 30,000 in a month, or maybe 2 weeks or 3 weeks. But in a day, it was really surprising for me. And bam. By the next day, the song just started depending by the status, and then we upload it to me audio Mac, and all of DJ start reach out for it, and then I broadcast it through my WhatsApp. And while broadcasting the song through my WhatsApp now, came a lot of reception from a whole heap of different individuals. But from me see the song start up on RFM one Monday, and then play the song 7 minutes straight, I say, yes, like this. And then, with the song played for about a month, and start here regular up on the radio. Then we do the video. And from me do the video, I upload the Friday evening by Saturday morning, the Monday, I was all over the media, And I said, boy, but at first it came scary, because we never really get to the whole conclusion of, I go out there.
You weren't prepared for it. You weren't prepared.
No, so me normally just, a man who walk barefoot girl down at the supermarket to see me, because that's so me rest more time. Sometimes I feel like I don't want to wear a boot. I don't want to body drive me in a car and thing. I just take off all my shirt and just walk. So that's why some people say I'm mad, but I just say it go. For them business that. But me as a man, when I walk going and I start some people, I say, oh, a bag going to come from the day too. So I'm going to do some tracks on and I'm walk to the supermarket and I start to people to cut them phone and a video me and I say, boy, what them people have video me for? Because, that too much phone today and people start asking me picture and them things. So I say, boy, I know me can't use the thing here. But by the time I come to go boom and reach home, the amount of ash, the tagging thing on IG, and me say myself barefoot, and then people start there, me say, yo, artist, I can't walk. So, and then, so it start getting uncomfortable because me say, yo, Jano, man can't be themselves here. You know? Then if you wear the dirty shorts, I'm going to my tone again because very tight and all everybody but madness, you know. So I say, John, validate my life. So I say, come like in a year, I say the song, I don't need nobody validation. But, you know, there was like a long whole back and forth with one of my classmates. Them, I say, oh, you have to try to do thing and rain, tea and this and that. And I say, brother, I want to depend on the my thing same. But I start realizing the more I did it, like I go on live, by the time I come off a live and go up on YouTube, I see the same live I made up on 10 minutes ago. So I start realizing, boy, the thing really a change, you know? Then I just come to and a conclusion for this, all right, I just accept what comes and just be the Yaksta because that's what I've been working for all the 5 years. But fame sometimes can get a little bit take a little bit more than just understanding what it is, isn't it? It can take a toll by your mentality the same way because sometimes it make you afraid. But it is also a thing that a person can actually also appreciate, you know? Because when somebody show you the love, the reception from that magnitude of individuals that express their personal feelings to you, it can be very overwhelming, but also it shows you that your work is really fulfilling, not just to your soul, but also others. And as such, I'm very appreciative of it. You know, some people couldn't really reach out to see me if you just give them a DM right now, them answer. So, you know, it covered this person. So we kind of can't for them think that to see me, you know?
Because
It's
it comes with a whole lot of different things. Like you
yeah,
can't no more just run down the shop barefoot and act like as you said.
no,
You have to appreciate and accept now. So you have to change certain little things.
yeah.
Then look, it give you some privilege right now. If you link, bro, God and say, yo, what's up? In probably gonna answer you fast.
Yeah, I say it goes, you know? I say it go, you know? But they don't know we.
How you manage the transition and what? All right. Oh, you're saying a friend have a reason that you come to probably accept, but how did you transition? How did you get into the transition? Was
Still
it
a,
hard?
still a transition, boy. I can't tell you straight, because we still going to just go to anybody do the same way. Like, when less people left on the way, we just go do the same thing. Maybe the transition all out. Take the time, yes. But sometimes we can't bother. We tell you, I just too much work that for me more time, you know? But I do have to do still, you know? Tell
Yeah.
you, I do have to do sometimes. But it is now here, and it's evident that it is here, and I'm also have to be very cautious of what I'm I'm not doing, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
because it comes with good and bad, as we said before. So as such, yeah, the transition period is very simple because really and truly, I was actually mentally prepared for this day, but I just never prepared for the day. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? It I knew that I was this good, but I never knew that I was this good until
Yeah.
people express their own feelings towards what I'm doing. I mean, I know I start realizing, boy, people don't really view me as a normal man no more. Like, come at me as a god, and sometimes I really like the feeling that the same way because
I know what you're saying
I'm
still.
not like you, you know.
Yeah.
So sometimes I just remind them the same way, say, brother, I'm just a human being like you that eats, sleeps, and feel, and as such, me respect the love, but always remember that it's also a man with flaws, you know, because people show them support now, but them in their eyes they're not looking for the imperfections, and we not truly we're all imperfect beings, you know. So I'm just trying to make it get to me, you know, and when it gets too much, me just the team them take over, them
Mm.
to do, you know. But me appreciative of every single thing. I can't tell you, it's a good experience for anybody who never understand what music business is really about. Now you get it full, you know, full fledged.
But you have to grow the acceptance still, you know, because there's a lot more to it than just even the media saying that you're crazy. Because you're gonna probably get to a point where people even want to hurt you and stuff. So your life will change gradually as you go along to a level where you can't even probably go down the street by yourself anymore.
Yeah, well, I get this already.
You see, but it's just reality because it's for your own safety. You know me, I say for more than one, for more than one reason, in a more than one ways.
Hmm.
As you're on a mission, and it seems like you accept that you're sent here for a purpose, and you choose a road. So if you choose a road and do what you're supposed to do for the people, then them will recognize and them will accept you and them will show you love. And then I don't know, one handful of people know you no more is a whole world. So you become a different person in their eyes.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well,
mm,
I mean, things like, it's a still jovial individual, still fun. Most times I'm very pensive. But
mm,
next side, I might see me goof around and go out foolishness like some boys in a normal call to Jamaica with my friend
mm,
them. But I'm very vigilant when it comes on to like my surrounding because me know I may view it very simple, but people don't because all people see is dollar signs.
mm-hmm,
Fact of what this entertainment industry brings. And it's really and truly is much more than dollar signs. It's about trying to carve a future for other individuals and people who you actually influence and we try to focus more upon that aspect also. The business, yes, but you don't know that aspect of giving people good, substantial music in a sense. And still give them dancehall, but it's like we are minimized upon the whole raunchiness of things. And we can make it still sexy and feel good, and people can still dance about it and still feel a sense of obnoxiousness and them little thing the same way. Yeah, but we're not trying to hold the thing no more, Because we realize we're not to do that. We can
yeah,
make people appreciate the good music by doing it very exceptionally well.
mm,
Dancehall did, and I'm a big fan of dancehall. They listen
yeah,
gun songs and all everything we can think of, but it's not really a thing I'm really like consume. You might have one or few of them you might like because of the rhythm or what might I say, or it might say it or the individual singer or whatsoever. But you still bear in mind that I have to be cognizant that these type of influences sometimes can both impact us positively or negatively. And as such, whenever you sing anything negative, at the same surge of energy that you put out, the individual who consumes will feel. You know? Yeah. So I try to change the narrative in that sense. Not bashing anybody same and big up every artist
mm,
because they have my full support when they come out to that.
yeah,
And I think that's what we lack sometimes is the unity. And because our egos are so big, sometimes we can't even get through to each other because everybody just think about their self and not what we are about. Yeah.
mm. Seeing great reasoning, one. So, we talk about the positive, and I just want to brush over this fast. We don't want to do it, but we still want to hear what's some of the negative. What one of your worst experience that you faced since you touch out and do it.
Again, repeat.
What's one of your worst experience so far along the journey?
Words. I think like the dub plate part, you know,
Mm,
it can become very overwhelming at times because you have so much things clashing one time and you might do a dub today and you have to people expect for this like as a dub come in you have to do it same time and then you think there's a set speed and people normally inject them own personal feelings and the disrespect will come with it sometimes. But I think it's still a learning process for me, and I think it's a part of what we actually signed up for. But other than that, it is also a good thing to see me because it does train you to actually be a proper MC when it comes down to creating lyrics on spot, specialized in customizing certain things for a particular sound. So it gives us experience. It's just sometimes the unprofessionalism that comes behind the individuals are the actual customers of a particular dub. But other
see,
than that, it is a great thing for me, I can say. And I don't really think I have such of a bad experience about it. It's just that certain things could be much more organized and much more respectful. But then again, we live in a world with people, as I said, have the more ulterior motive. So that's what we can't tell a man how to live in life.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. I don't not backtracking, but I forgot to ask you when we talk about ambition and you were telling us the journey, the story, and how it all came about. You mentioned that you did this, you did that, and the breakout. Was there a team behind it, or was just you doing some work by yourself? Who produced the song, by the way?
The song was produced by my producer, Marlon Easy, alongside myself, West Music, and Afro Boy. Marlon Easy created the beat, collaborated with Afro Boy Music, and then
Mm,
I just, put my 2 cents to it, and, West Music did their thing with the marketing, etc. And here comes Ambition. But majority of my materials, are owned by us at West Music.
good seeing.
Mhm.
So this great breakout and this great man that we have now, basically the work was done by you and your small little team in a sense.
Yep. Mhm. And now we're collaborating with like majors,
For
But
sure.
yeah, but we still stay in our own niche and our own little cubicle or circle, and still collaborating and expanding the brand Yaksta to more than just one horizon. something more of a universal banner or brand, I may say. You know?
Sorry about that. Yeah, man, great. So, just want to highlight that so that the youth them out there who have them little team or them little thing and go and just know say, yo, if you keep putting in good works, you can actually get out there, by yourself and your team, and then the recognition will come and the others will see you after. If they don't see you now or before you break out, then if you keep putting in the work, then when you do get there, they will see you because you're a perfect example.
Yeah, man, because I say you have to be your own testimony, you understand? And in order for you to test the money, you have to be a testimony. And testimony comes with a whole heap of different experiences. You understand? But people just want to test the money without the testimony. And
Mm-hmm.
that's the reason them fear the test, because it test them faith. And because it test them faith, them give up. You know. So you have to believe in whatsoever team you have around you and just stick with them. Sometimes it can be very detrimental, but more than likely, it
Yeah.
always turns out to be something successful. If you have the people with the right attitude and the right direction, definitely.
Huh. You talk about the teamwork and having the right people around. Who are some of the people that you're working with, artist wise and such? Like your young team, the young people, the people that you have
Nation
in with.
Boss, Authentic. Um, as I said before, I work with Vegas. There's quite a few international inquiries, both UK based and USA based. For producers, Marlon Easy is the main producer. I also work with one and few smaller producers. Don't remember some of the label name. West Music, Afro Boy Music is also a part of our team as well. Um, I have my band Scalawags, big up Sherry Bass and the whole team. Big up Sanjay Nigos, the manager and CEO of West Music also. Quasi, manager and CEO of Afro Boy. Marlon Easy, manager and CEO of Marlon Easy Production, which is also my producer. I don't know, you have me, Bush Music. You
Mhm.
have yourself, CEO of Bush, the man of all greens. Yes, sir.
One of our grades. We like that. Yeah. So like Tentica Nation, like are those guys from St. Mary too? If not, we know that. But how did you get to link with those, and how did that connection come about?
The nation boss just did me one day and many reasons. And from them time, I was connect. And he's a very cool youth, very, very humble, you know,
Mm.
calm most times. So people might misconstrue his calm for being shy. Tentic now, we've been a link for a little while. But him too is just a calm youth, so we just connected, isn't me? Up an acquaintance, and we just say, all right, go work on some songs, I work on some songs, and we just put them out, you know. And him show his support, I show him mine, and as such, we just enjoy each other individual.
That's
Um,
good.
yeah, we also have a collaboration with the whole three of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Because most of the times when artists rise in the same era, they always become rival and everybody trying to get, put down the other one or some form of competition. And, so it's a good look to see the direction that you guys are taking the music now. You guys are more uniting when you break out, and that's a good look.
Because really and truly, unification is key. You understand? If you're seeking validation, that should be the only validation we
Mm.
individual must have. Because oftentimes we use crab in a barrel, but sometimes we can throw the barrel and let go the crab them. Why the barrel for? You understand? If you keep
Free
putting
up
the crab in
everybody.
the barrel them, move the barrel.
Yeah.
Right? So the crab them.
The whole that we can just explore.
Explore. You get me? So
Makes
that is
sense.
that is a mental concept where them keep and I put your mind in imprisonment. So that there again they must show you imprisonment of what we are. So it's almost like that is no chain now, it's a whole big old buckle. When put it on, so really and truly. You have to
Mhm.
become a chain to get out of the buckle. But the only thing about that chain is when they become a chain and they go up on top, you jump out, left the other one. So they crab them short. But if you went up on top and pull up the next crab, and the next crab pull up the next crab, and the next crab pull up the next crab, you would have no crab in the barrel, but a barrel with no crabs in it. So that is it, because them keep on with the barrel, crab in the barrel mentality. Soaking the youth them same way. It keep on inseminate and becomes a part of our genetics. To believe that we have to be, in rivalry to actually sustain a good career. When real and truly, all it takes is just good resonance, understanding, punctuality, you understand, respect, push out good music, and make
Mm.
sure your production is key. You understand? So I just them thing that, yeah.
Real meds, bro.
Yes, sir.
I'm just want to you them listen and learn, you know what I say, and try to take the same direction with whatever they want to do, whether it be music or any other business. You see the crab in a barrel, that analogy and that explanation. Yeah, man, it work, you know.
Yeah, man.
If you were to create a show now, you know, yeah, keep a cent near me come from or whatever, you know. Who are some of the artists that you would put on it? Maybe at least five or so.
Chronicler, Javelani, um, Granix, Tentic, Nation Boss, Barry Sammons, uh, Monifa. You might not know her yet still, but she's gonna be a future massive giant boy. Yeah. Look
Mm-hmm.
up her music. She named Monifa.
Monifa.
Monifa,
Monifa.
a massive artist. Can sing. The girl, remember Yaksta they tell her before, she break, she's gonna be a
Mm-hmm.
massive giant boy. Yeah. Governor, Gully. If you can get cartel, I get cartel too. I'm not talking everybody want from the show. Want everybody
You say the show pull up, the
yeah,
show ram up.
so full up. Yeah. When the business about nobody. When let's
Ram
company.
show.
Yeah. This is my show there. Bush Fest it name too.
Bushfet.
Yeah. Open at the bush. Brother unity, strength, and humility. Bush.
Why you take on this bush concept?
It means brotherly unity, strength, and humility. Remember, you know, it is the only thing that does not fight against each other, you know. Even if it is a fungus, you know. Because the fungus lives off of other half of one, you know. You know, fight against it, it just try to survive. But because one will die, it try to, you know, make some form of repellent. But if you check on the bush, you ever see you ever see a ackee chair and a coconut tree that cutlass?
No.
But them live in the same place. And then bear fruit. I mean, I say a breadfruit tree, you fling a breadfruit off a coconut tree, or almond tree, and they're all bearing, and all standing on purpose. Brotherly unity, strength, humility. Nature is everything in general, not just vegetation. It's also pigmentation. And as such, until we understand them thing there, we never top warrior. You know?
Ah, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Bush.
Bush.
Sorry. Well, I don't know. I don't know who send you on this earth, but anyone who send you on this earth send you for a purpose and just keep on focus and keep on reasoning the same way that you're reasoning, you know? But a person like you, it's such a humble person with, you know, such a positive impact, influence, and reasoning and outlook on life. How do you deal with negativity? Because it comes, as I say, you know, we're human and it's, you know, it's natural that we'll be human first, you know? How do you deal with negativity when it comes at you?
Yeah, me observe some and custom, you know? And I'm you, man. Me custom of them to man, you chat say.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You have to make them know sometimes, so what you stand
Yeah.
for you stand for what you stand for, you know? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And as such, you have to really make one and few individual know say certain things that it's not gonna stand for. Because if you fall for everything, you stand for nothing in higher. But when it comes down to negativity still, we try to find the positive in every single thing that they comes with.
Yeah.
Yeah, because some people really and truly don't give themselves the space to actually see the negative in what they actually project to an individual. And as such, if you had to that fuel, it will blaze fire. To that fire with fuel, it will blaze it higher. So as such, we try to, you know, sedate certain situations, but when the situation gets too intense, I will express my repugnance in a very prominent way that it might seem super dominant to an individual that is almost like a cubicle, you know, to understanding what it means to have respect to an individual, you know?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Jaja. Nah, like brother, your level of reasoning is, you know, it's different. You know what I say?
Yeah, man.
Very intellectual, you know.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Got the people that you see, life change, brother. Once you wouldn't sit down here, so a reason for your phone and people come out and shake off your hand. They just want to touch the man, you know. And
So,
these are people that are around you, you know. And
yeah,
them
man.
still, like,
Yeah,
you know,
man. I'm bridging, man. You know? I'm bridging has come to, man.
it's a different response from the people that you see them give you a
Now, you
group.
are going
You
to
know,
say, the respect was always there still from your youth still. I'm not gonna tell you like that. I always respect
Yeah.
me. Like, I don't really make much things bother me, you know. But I may say it becomes much more exponential when time you becomes a public figure because the dominance of what this reign came with, it flooded them with just love and unity, you know. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad to see some people that blow up. So right now, some man are more man like this. Me and man to my farm look a little bit, you know. They look a thing there. You know. Some of us, it's a joy just to see some man boy take up the farm initiative and make it much more, you know. Yeah, I see that.
Mm-hmm.
I borrow come out and farm see him and the man have most man, you know. Poor man go. Pull it, yeah, man go farm in a pool, you know. I'm coloring and him something, you know. So I'm
Gold ring and polo shirt.
kind of glad because when it comes down to economics and how people can capitalize on them little thing, yeah, I can say that real and truly the industry of what our country lacks when it comes down to farming can now be fruitful, you see me? And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm just glad I am. I don't know, I'm just glad. I just say it go. That's
See.
all I can say to you, Papa. I swear. I know what else to tell us.
So you start the music journey. I know it's not no many years. You know, probably 4 years. I just say you really take the music serious now and I do the music. Was there a time where you feel like you just give up?
Every day. I know.
Even now?
Stressing, but you can't give up because innately that's what I am. But I just think that is the default of me. That is just the part of an individual who likes to whine because the work becomes much more immense. And when intensity try to strike a poise, I think that we human try to run from it. So it's
Mm,
not just say you want to give up, it's just that you want something now. But when you do get the thing now and it comes with a level up version of what you were
yeah,
running from, you still want
yeah.
to give up. So I think everybody who's successful want to give up at some point.
At
Even
some point, yeah.
yeah.
So, so your colleagues them out there now, are they look, even the young ones them know who are forward and I try and it seems like it now work. What advice would you give to them?
When obstacle arise, use that as an engine. You understand? Always remember that. Your greatest downfall is the greatest success. But it's where you do the moment where you have, you know. You understand? So when you get up and realize, boy, you reach a point in your life where you feel like you can't go no more, it's simple as show you say you're now in a state of transition. It's almost like a metamorphosis. And life is a cocoon. So if you just try to be gullible of the fiascos and not the triumph, sometimes you will not see the actual victorious arising that is
Mm,
beyond the wall. So as such, if the wall is too high to climb, ask for help. That's why you have other people on the earth. You know?
seeing,
Yes, sir.
seeing. We talk and you mentioned earlier that you used to walk the streets, sell clothes almost all over Jamaica. Almost, I said, not all over, but
Yeah.
St. Elizabeth, Manchester, St. Mary, Montego Bay, whatever. Other than that and the music, and as we realize you're well into farming, what are some of the other things that Yaksta do? Or what are some of the other things you can do?
Well, I just start trading, virtual trading. I also do the songwriting for a living. Um, right now, we are venturing off into actually creating some restaurants, some holistic restaurants.
Mm,
We also have merch coming. We also do like graphic design services.
yeah.
Uh, we will soon be offering chauffeur services with Bush Foot, you know, and
Bush pan food.
yeah, man. So them automobile them. So you don't know. We have ventured off into more than one things in music, but we can't. With COVID, there's a whole heap of different prices where we can't to afford, boy. Can I tell you? Them prices are never poor people, but they don't know. We have the
Mm,
idea and we're putting forward to see me for the people. Them. But now, the mass production that we're actually in now is music because that is what I do
mm,
for also farming. You
yeah.
understand? Yeah.
Seeing.
So look out for Fall Cub, coming soon. Whole heap of banger about to drop. And we soon start produce to all of the meat eater them and the fresh bite of them. I don't know what a fowl them can crunch, Some real fowl, Yes, sir.
Look out for fall come meaning you're gonna create some farm with fall.
Yeah, man. And also, Fall Cub is actually a song that coming this Friday, which you will have to play. You understand? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
It's a must play. Play.
Yes, yes, sir.
It's a
But
must
we're
play.
not going around it. We're not gonna make it pass. Bush pan food. Tell me about that. Explain that.
All right, Bush Pamphlet is basically a service where individuals that wants to have a personal chauffeur driving them around. You understand? Them just call in, and that chauffeur takes you anywhere you need with one of our company cars. You see me? And then you have security 24 hour. Like you get a security the same way. So if you feel like you don't want to go down the town and you want, security, it did it, but it comes with an additional cost. So it's almost like what them call it, the thing Uber,
Yeah.
but Uber with with protection. You understand?
Protection. Good, good, good.
Yeah.
We're on a platform and a lot of people watch us, a lot of people listen to us. If you could talk, so now you have a chance, you could talk to all your colleagues, all the artists out there. What are some of the advice you would give them? What are some of the things that you would say to them? Young
Stay
one. And
stay focused and just create content, create a massive catalog. Because when you actually get the bus, searching for our next one with the whole mass array of things sometimes can make you discombobulate, you understand? I get disconnected from what the actual purpose is of music, because I can get distracted easy. So I may say stay humble, stay keen, stay woke, read a lot, eat right, read and write. Yes, sir.
great, great. All right. So is there anything else that the fans would be surprised to hear and know about Yaksta?
Now, suspense is behind the fence. I think if you climb a fence, you find suspense. So you understand? I let them talk, Yeah, man, the fans are more much that, but I'm just a shrub right now, still growing into an actual tree, So the more branches push out, comes with more surprises. Today, this limb might be apple, next moment might be 2 banana, cocoa next week, anything go. Maybe next moment on ninja, you just never know, So just look out, yeah.
Like any other most artists, what are some of the challenges you faced? Like in the music so far?
No challenges.
Yeah.
Learning experiences for me. I don't think it's challenges. It's just an experience you have to learn. If you
Learning.
challenges real and truly, the negative will actually overshine every single thing positive that you're now doing and experiencing. Challenges is not for me, Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Great, sir. I hear you, sir. Said Mary, you've been giving back for sure, even with the music and the positivity, but what are some of the other ways that you give back to the community? Are you looking
Yeah.
forward to give back to the community?
All right. Now we're about to actually start donating some folk hoops to some of the local individuals them who really and truly need are in need our help for to start a business same way. So we're collaborating with various amount of private sectors to actually get some donations and also sponsorship from my own group Who's Music and myself Yaksta, to actually start a foundation to help some of the people both the same way. So we are in some legal mitigations now, but I think in this week the first handover will be held and documented so people can actually see that it's
Wow,
accurate, So I will putting forward, man. Trust me.
that's great. That's great. That's
Yeah.
great. Yeah, man. Um, I'm gonna let you go have your rest of Sunday evening. And what you there doing this right at this moment on this Sunday evening? What did you take a break from to talk with us?
Yeah, I just box up some roof and something, man. I build a bill I go on in a yard, So right now, it's all me up to an idea. Chop up some bamboo and a box up. That's what's up. Yeah.
At Mama place.
Yeah, man, I don't find my mama look outside. Mama can both and brag both in one boy. So them all leader, so them stay.
Oh, is one son Mama have?
Yeah, I'm the only boy.
Wow.
The last one, the wash belly, as them normally say.
Normally say, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice, man. Congrats, man. Great, great, great job,
Love and light.
And everybody look forward to it. I mean, look back on their mom and make sure they take care of them. So, we have to give you respect for that still,
Yeah, man. Still home, still for them beating them still. Because almost every day she used to beat me, but they don't know.
That brings to what it is today, man. Give thanks for it,
Yeah, man, For real.
So go ahead.
Yeah, man. So, is it else?
So, seems like we're kind of getting to a place where we're coming out of this ugly place with the corona lockdown and the virus and the whole, restriction. What can we look forward to from Yaksta when the place open up?
All right, a lot of tours will be held. Album, EP, tours upon tours, because worldwide, a lot of booking agencies have been calling, still been calling, and will be calling because of the content that's about to come out.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't know. As such, I'm just elated to venture off into that new experience. To be a part of something new. So
Yeah,
yeah, just expect the best. Just expect the best from Bush Lad right now. Trust me.
yeah. And look out for Yaksta somewhere close to you and make sure you're there.
Every man, my social media, follow me at official Yaksta and YouTube, IG, you don't know, on Facebook it's Yaksta, and Twitter official Yaksta, um, Spotify,
Mm.
Yaksta, iTunes, and go support the merch them same way at www.yakstamusic.com. Yeah, and just expect the best. Yes, sir.
All right. Is there a place out there in the world that you dream to perform? The place you look forward to going to?
Every crevice, every corner.
Well, for sure, but give me a little bit more, man. There's no specific place that you say, yo, I'm
No,
just
no,
yearning for the year when we reach that place there.
no, never. It's
Way
like,
down Africa.
yeah, but you don't even really think about it so in depth. You just want to go.
You just want to go.
You just want to go.
Spot
Yeah,
one
just
place. You just want to go.
here.
You want to go everywhere.
Everywhere. You got
Everywhere.
I just don't mean pre-life. You know about the next man, but I just don't mean pre-life.
Mm. So as I want to thank you for being here with me, and I'm gonna give you the floor for say what you want. Say if you want to spend half an hour talk, or you want to sing for the people, or whatever you want to do, I'm gonna give the floor to you. But before I do so, is there any song or anything that you want me to play?
No, well, really and truly, I would love to stay longer. But really and truly, I would have to go jump to our next interview.
Well, I figured, but is
Yeah.
there any song or so you want me to play before you leave or want to talk
Yeah.
about?
More download Authentic and Yaksta Freedom and play it. Make the people hear. Newly wed song.
The one that brand new.
Yeah.
Here we go. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. There we go. This one is brand new, people. Let me hear. I'm hearing it for the first time. Like yourself, so we'll talk about it after.
I have only my dreams. Spread my dreams on your feet. Yeah, you tryna get full kid. Bush loader. Look how much promise them left on the block. I never meet one yet. Now for the new generation, I grew with a misconception. Dog, if you no work for yourself, you a work for your next man rich. Just check how much money they get to spend on weed, liquor and cigarette daily. What are them money every circle and circle back quick. I make the system take a back flick. The man up power before the music, so me gonna make you millions hear this. Poverty no real is a mental whip, and it's a long time we a get tricked. Donkey tell us that the earth don't level up. Peace I it can't fix. But all I have are my dreams. All I need is my freedom. Freedom, freedom, freedom.
Brand new people, freedom. Vice of the man, Yaksta.
I have all my
Authentic.
all I need is my freedom. Freedom,
Go and get familiar with this one.
freedom.
Wagwan Sean verse, everything good?
Limitations for us, that's what they said. We're all poison victims of mayhem. To conquer, we resort to cadence. Unite the needle, and this is from edge. Frequencies cut through without having latency. Waited so patiently and got my vacancy. Chaos kick up when you don't know what patience is. Resolution is linked with my latency. Comparing a dove and a pigeon. The renaissance has begun. A pilgrim that we are no weapon in this. And my lips are like anchors that unleashes big bombs. Legislation shall dissolve. Confusion resolving like this world reverse. Fittest of fittest, we still need their bitters. To globe brighter than the young in this realm and beyond. So I took a quick nap.
All I have are my dreams.
People, they have it, That one, the brand spanking new. Freedom. Go search for it. Go get familiar with it. Tell us about this one.
Well, yeah, it was needed. The unity is needed, and freedom is just an expression of what we are actually undergoing right now in this whole pandemic. And before the pandemic and after the pandemic, there will also be sense of oppression, and as such, we have to express our repugnance, as I normally said before. And freedom is just a great example of what we need to actually experience when it comes down to having our actual freedom, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That is
And
it.
yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. So somebody asked when the song with Nation Boss will be coming.
Yeah.
2nd of next month, you'll actually get an next visual. And this Friday, there will actually be a second single from Yaksta himself, you know. The Friday that went since week, that was actually this song release. So this Friday next release, and
Right.
next week there will be a next release, and the week after the other week there will be a next release from Yaksta. And then they don't do the summer phone. For no go and jolly, you know? Yes, sir.
Mm. Yes, sir. Bush.
Bush every time.
Great. So, anything else you wanna tell the people about Yakstar? Anything else you wanna say to the people in the world that's gonna be listening to you after this interview will be posted for life, and there'll be people
Just go
seeing
stream
you.
Yaksta music. Just go stream Yaksta music. And remember, for always, stay self-conscious.
Self-conscious.
Yeah, stay self-conscious. Not the one that them actually put in the dictionary. Conscious with oneself.
Mm-hmm.
And so that nothing can never be a bother to you. Because oftentimes we live in the same matrix of our own self, not realizing that we are not self-conscious. You understand? But because we use the term self-conscious in the same term of self-conceitedness, we don't realize that self-consciousness is really like a reckoning with oneself. You understand? Yeah, resonate with the one frequency then, in short.
Mm-hmm.
After the bush lad, love and light, backlash, comes, sky, boom, button, bush. Out there.
Not self-conceitedness, but self-consciousness.
Yes, sir.
Album.
Late bloomer. Stoic torture. And you also have a next one called The Dark Repugnance.
See,
Yeah.
where can they find them?
One will like the first EP Late Bloomer will be released this month.
This
No,
month.
no, not this month. July, sorry. It'll be released in July. It was supposed to be next month, the 9th, but there's a slight delay with some submissions. So you can expect that album in July. For the first actual 10-track album, I think it will be later this fall or early January of next year. But just expect some singles and some collaborations and also an EP this year.
Some features.
Yeah, a lot of things for the people. Then.
Big up yourself, Bush Lad. Thank
Yeah,
you for your time, my boss. I really appreciate it. Respect. Leave the people then with something, whatever it is, a song, something nice, something, and then thank you for your time on behalf of myself, Little Thunder Sound, Black and Key Entertainment. Enough respect, sir.
Excuse me, no pagans. Little thunder now seek validation. Toast and admiration, yeah. From you now, your patrons. Boasting about name brands. But cost over 8 grand. Little thunder have the same ones. For the cost of a pants. Hey, why own a Ferrari? With nowhere to park it, boy. Why shop a Louis V? When there is a target. Little thunder well faced it. Him a fame and save it. Them go fend if it trendy. Bank account are empty. Thunder, a acres over markets. Link your wife when you want it. Cause when side you link up, child support that lead to a farming over flossing, investment over braffing, inheritance for your seeds. You are right, they mean. Look at thunder. You have to the bush that to that. Backlash come. Still I boom. Botutum. Bush. I'm out.
Little thunder,
People there have it, the great man himself outside of St. Mary, representing the Bush Lad himself, Yaksta. I don't know. Hot topic.
2-2 minute. Bush loader. Same one, man. Ready, man? Yeah. Excuse me, no pagans. Now seek validation. Toast and admiration. From you now, your patrons. Posting about name brands. But cost over 8 grand. But me searching up the same ones. With the cost of a straight pants. Why own a Ferrari? With nowhere to park it, boy. Why shop a Louis V? When there is a target. Now me hype on my face this. True minds me a save it. Them go fend if it trendy. Bank account can't empty. Bro, acres over markets. Link me wife when me want it. Cause when side get read up, child support that lead up. Farming over plastic, investment over graphic. Inheritance for me seeds up. Me alright, baby.
Big up to Yaksta, the whole Bush team.
If you were 50 and never make a
Big up to everyone who locked in.
means of course,
You don't know it's all about hot topic each and every Sunday.
you use as a big
Yeah, man, we're here.
you and him grow.
Interesting artists, interesting businessman, great interviews.
But you have to
Remember to share the life.
You buy-
Don't keep it to yourself.
Wang and Rajiv by their own tools to keep them.
Pick up yourself for that ignorance.
But I sell and more peace.
Oi.
Nobody watch how me clocks sleep. So start supply Walgreens.
Pick up Black Country Entertainment, man, with the whole team.
Them people tell me how that for burger go up on no mummer.
Not enough with
You
no.
and you, sir. And it's a bakery me bill from a buller. Send me a dispensary, supplying them with butter. Acres over.
I want to send enough love, respect to everyone who checked in this evening. I really appreciate your love and your support. Continue to share the live. Yeah, continue to support Hot Topic. Remember, each and every Wednesday also have Anything Goes Wednesday. Check out the Big Bad Clash each and every Saturday. You don't know it's called Welcome to Sound Clash. We're live over there on Facebook. Welcome to Sound Clash page. We're also live on YouTube, also on Twitch. Each and every Sunday we're here. Next week we'll have another great, interesting show lineup for you. Don't miss it. Young bad artist outside of Yaksta. Goes by the name New Meds. He'll be here with us next week. He's gonna share his story. Get familiar with the young artist, you know. So until next week, I want to leave with enough love and enough respect. Now peace out. Happy Sunday. Blessed week to each and every one.